Hey guys, Professor Fat Shady here once again, this time bringing you I guess a follow-up video on Eye of the Storm. Just see if I've got information on who it was. Nope, can't remember who it was that asked me for this. But I've basically been asked to provide, I guess, a revisit to the latter part of Eye of the Storm. I guess that was felt that there was some techniques in that track that, perhaps just needed some additional love and attention, and maybe I didn't go through it detailed enough and I kind of breezed through it. I know I did this on, I think it was the challenge that Zach Zavage gave to me, and I obviously was trying to speedrun that track, so it wouldn't have done a very good tutorial. So yeah, the request has come in, I guess, for me to go over this in a bit more detail, and I'm more than happy to do that. I'm assuming it's from here that you're having trouble, and I want to go through this in, relatively quickly, but I should be able to give you some good pointers about how to get over. Funnily enough, Grubby Live, my cousin, see my fake glasses there, Grubby Live, my cousin, was sitting with me one night I got him to go through this for the first time, and this is the part he definitely had a lot of trouble with. A good couple hundred faults on one obstacle alone here, so I can definitely understand why people are having trouble with this if they're relatively new to extremes, and yeah, I'll give you some pointers. Alright, from this checkpoint here, the first thing I want to do is tell you that I just want to check this. The main thing you want, so when you get up to here, right, it's an uphill slope. I would pretty much always suggest you don't, contrary to I guess what you'd be trying to do, don't try and lean forward as you get to here and stop. I would really suggest that if you can, do this in one motion. This has been made that, if you tried to do it from this position, it's pretty tricky, and you're going to fault quite a lot. I mean, like you said, it's a really small margin for error for you to try and get over the obstacle from that position. What I'd suggest you do is bunny hop there, stay seated, and get over it that way. So what this is about doing, so bunny hop from the first one, but from a seated position, and get up. I find that to be immensely easier than doing it any other way. So again, bunny hop there, stay seated, so land seated. Try and land, generally speaking, with your rear wheel first, but front wheel pretty close behind it. Start accelerating. So what happens? Because you're on an incline and you start accelerating, the natural tendency of the bike will be to do a backflip. And then what you do is the second that front wheel starts lifting up, so rather than you trying to lift the front wheel up with the momentum of the rider, you're just letting gravity and the incline lift the front wheel up, and the acceleration, I guess. Once the front wheel starts lifting up, all you do is press forward, and that effectively becomes your bunny hop. So the front wheel lifts up over the ledge, you press your body weight forward, and the momentum you get from this jump will carry you over the next one. So I'll just do it one more time, and we'll get on to the next one. And just keep accelerating the whole way up. Alright, this part's pretty straightforward. Use your back wheel, and you kind of see it's as harsh as that angle looks. The front edge of that rock wall is pretty forgiving, and you can get up here with ease. This, I suspect, if you're anything like Grubby Live, this is the obstacle you're going to have a lot of trouble with. And the good thing is, after watching him for a good, 20 minutes, 15, I'm not exaggerating, 15 minutes on this obstacle, I ended up having to come up with a really simple way to teach him how to get over this, and now I can teach you. It is as simple. Now, you need to do a bunny hop. So let me go through the theory, and then I'll tell you the inputs. You need to do a bunny hop. The bunny hop needs to ensure that your rear wheel, it's a pretty big gap, and the rear wheel needs to land on that angled piece halfway across. And from there, you then need to do a bunny hop off this middle part to make it up and over into the next section, which is at an elevated height. Pretty tricky, but very simple inputs. All you want to be doing, let me just do this. There you go, it's that simple. So let me just go through this once more myself, and then I'll teach you guys. Okay, it is as simple, get back up here again, as left, right, left. Yeah. Timing is crucial, as it is always, but it's three very distinct parts, and that was the part that he was failing on. He was either doing too few or too many maneuvers to try and get himself up and over this ledge, because you will notice that angled section is slightly higher than the platform you're on. With a left, right, left maneuver, you're effectively going left to build up the spring and build up your bunny hop, right to get you to launch, and you kind of want to do that, to bunny hop up to the next level. But then what you also then need to do is hit left the second time, and that's absolutely crucial. You need no more or less than 3 maneuvers. You need exactly 3 inputs on the thumbstick, and it will get you over this first gap. What the third action does, by sitting back down on the bike, and I've explained this in my bunny hop tutorial, it ensures that your rear wheel comes up to the new height. So you effectively take your body up to a newer height, and that third maneuver actually gets the bike to follow you and come up to that new height, and that's what you need to do to get the rear wheel on the next platform. Once it's on the next platform, you effectively just do another bunny hop and continue it through. So it's crucial, but it's left, right, left, and you just do 3 of those things. Now, I went through that pretty quickly. I'll do it a few more times just so you sort of get a feel for it, but it's, get a good run up off here. Left, right, stuff that up as always. Left, right, left, right. There we go. And look, if you need to, sorry, I'll do that quickly again. Yeah. This is always the problems about doing these things live. Alright, I would always suggest, if you can, whether you stop at the part before it or here, I would suggest you stop on this platform. It's totally possible to continue all the way through, but I would suggest then, just using a bit of throttle control, get onto that ledge and stop. You can stop there if you need to, but certainly stop here. Compose yourself, roll back a little bit, and it's just a matter of just going slowly up there. You don't have to do a big bunny hop, and that's some of the worst things. When you make it all the way to the end, you get over this part you've just been struggling with, and then get to a point where you are unable to get. Alright, so you get onto that angled platform, and then you kind of freak out and panic and think you've got to do this awesome bunny hop, and then you're gutted because you've just got through the hardest part and you fail on what's effectively the easiest part at the end. Compose yourself, keep yourself calm. When you land on that part, just steady yourself with a bit of throttle control and just slowly go up. You probably only need to accelerate at about 40-50%, and that should be enough, as long as you're leaning forward, to get you up and over that last little ledge. But anyway, that's it from me. Hopefully that's been helpful, whoever it was that asked for this tutorial. And yeah, I'll keep making more of these things. You guys keep watching. Thanks again.